Hi, it's Rob here from the gym team. I hope you're well. Welcome to this restorative stretch class with me. Today we're looking at rotator cuff. We're going to be doing a bit of mobility work into here, and then we're going to find some stretches that hopefully will help you out. To do this class, you'll need a mat, put some light, quiet music on the background for you as well. You need a wall space as well, so find yourself one of those. So here we go. Grab yourself a drink of water, take a sip, grab the lips and hydrate. And let's find a space. Okay. So just check the space that you're going to be training in. Let's have our feet fist gap apart. Lift our chest up nice and high. And we're just going to rock up through onto the balls of our feet. Chest staying up nice and high. Now, as you can see, I'm doing this in barefoot. If you can take the shoes and socks off, do the same as well. Try and lift up. Now, feeling from your big toe to your little toe is square down to the floor. Lifting your torso up nice and high, chest up. From here, you're going to side flex down to the side, to the left, and to the right. Shoulders back, chest lifted, reaching as far to the side as we can. And from here, slowly tilting down to the toes and slowly back up again. Each time lifting your chest up nice and high. Gravity will be taking its effect on your body. Keep it slow, keep it relaxed. Now, as you're doing it, roll the shoulders down, roll the shoulders back up, lifting the chest. And again, so rolling down and then rolling back up. Roll down. Roll back up. And from here, we're just going to work on some straight arm shoulder shrug and rotations. So working your pelvis forward, really clenching through your glutes and lift up through your torso. You're going to keep these arms as straight as you can. You're going to web your fingers out nice and wide. So open up the fingers, lift your chin up, chest up, look straight ahead. Now, see how much movement you can generate here in the shoulders. As you're doing it, feel what happens in your feet. From your big toe to your little toe, they should be square down to the floor, nice and straight. So, here we go. We're going to reverse the roll, slowly back, rocking backwards and forwards, big circles. Again, check those feet position. Roll it forward again. Again, pelvis forward, glutes engaged, nice and tight. Shoulders back, chest lifted. Feel what's happening in the feet. Big toe, little toe, square to the floor, flat down. Rock it back again. And again, making sure those fingers stay nice and wide. What we're doing here is we're opening the fingers, getting the fingers, the wrist extensors and flexors to lengthen. We're in a nice and neutral position here. From there, shaking it out. We're going to work on the right arm. Using your left hand up on your chest, circle that arm up and forward and back again. Now, as you're doing it, as you reach past the hip, allow your hand to turn around. So as you're coming forward and down, your little finger is leading the way, and as you've turned, your thumb's going to lift up and help rotate back in. So we're trying to create a rotational force here. Now, as you're doing it, your hip is going to want to work with you because muscles don't work on their own. So we'll allow a bit of freedom here in the pelvis. Now, again, feel what's happening in your body. Do you start to sink into it? Or can you keep your pelvis driven forward and the glutes engaged? Let's change arms. Big, solid, strong lift and rotation. Hips driven forward, shoulders back, chest lifted. Closing the eyes now. Solid, big, deep breaths. Really feel your lungs lifting and filling. See me hold on to that breath for a little bit and then breathe out. One more circle going forward here. And then we're going to change. We're going to work on the right arm. Big solid backstroke here. Thumb lift, and then turn the finger, little finger to the back before it completes that circle. So thumb lift, turn, finger reach. Solid, big opening up. And again, use the other hand to support the chest. Feel that big long rotation. And as you're doing it again, making sure that the feet stay big toe, little toe down to the floor. Brush up past the ear, brush past the hip. And if you're struggling getting this arm up, maybe you're out here and you're doing it, give a little bit of support to this arm and try and guide it through its positioning. If you're struggling with a bit of frozen shoulder, maybe a bit of bursitis in there, all of these movements are really, really important. Guide and support your arm. Change arms, please. So big stretch and reach again. Again, if you're struggling with the lengthening, you might have to find your flex at the elbow. See if you can lengthen and reach. Solid lift, solid turn, rotate and go again. And again, allowing the pelvis to turn with you as you're working through this move. And release. From here, we're going to take our feet wide. We're going to go as wide as you feel comfortable. We're going to bring our hands on top of our hips, and we're going to straighten our back when we get into this position here. So we've arched, stuck our bottom back, get a nice straight line through from our hips through to our shoulders. So we're hunched here, shoulders are back. We're going to work on the right arm, propelling forward, up and over. Now we're going to do this with a flexed arm, and allowing the arm to now reach over to the left knee. Trying to get some mobility through that shoulder. So you're going to take it over to the right knee, pull it back over to the left knee, and across. Depending on which arm you're using. So up, over to the opposing knee, back to the other knee, and again. One more here. I'm going to swap it over. Oh, you might find that one side is a lot stiffer than the other. Now your body is fantastic. It will try and help to compensate any movement and certainly help to reduce any resistance that's happening in the body. So what it will do, as you're doing this, is it will turn your feet out, which is helping to create a little bit more rotation through the pelvis. But what I want to do is I want to shut that one off. I want to turn your feet so they're nice and parallel. And you're reaching across the body and tapping back over the knees one to the other. Two more here. One more here. And release. Shaking it out. Good work. Okay, so you should feel that there's quite a lot more movement here now in your shoulder and in your shoulder girdle and your rotated cuff. So from here, we're now going to find our wall. Okay, we're going to take our hand up and our arm up to shoulder height. And then we're going to slowly walk our right foot. So I've got my right arm up on the wall. I'm going to work my right hip into the wall. And from here, I'm going to turn and look over my left shoulder. Now we're just going to hold this position here. Now your challenge here is to try and get the shoulder into the wall and try and keep the right hip into the wall as well. The fingers, they web open nice and wide. And we're going to look over that shoulder. Just show me the other arm as you're doing yours. Keep going, keep holding on your side. I want to see you do that. So you've got your heel into the skirting board, your shoulder into the wall, and we've looked purposefully over the other shoulder. It's a big long stretch. Now, From here, you're going to start to walk your hand up the wall. So if I show you again the other side, we're going to walk that hand up, try and drive that shoulder in to the wall. Now, when you get to a point of tension, come back down just a fraction and push that shoulder back in. Feel a nice, big, deep stretch. And it could be your pec major, it could be your pec minor, it could be any of the rotator cuff, the muscles in the back, around or the front of that shoulder blade. Now, as you're doing this, give a little pinch in the shoulder blades. Pull that shoulder back slightly and look a little bit further. Again, closing the eyes, take a nice, slow, deep breath in. Hold that breath. And then slow, deep breath out. And again, walk the hands up the wall again, keeping that shoulder in as close to the wall as we can. And relax. Walk out of that stretch and take a walk around. So you feel a big opening up on the shoulder. You feel very lopsided at this stage as well. Let's change it over. We do the other arm. So other hand comes up, in line with the chest. We walk the hip into the wall. Do a nice big stretch straight away through that chest muscle. Again, don't over-rotate through into this to start with. Try and look over the shoulder of the left shoulder and keep the right shoulder, or whichever shoulder you're working. I've got the right one on the wall this time. Keep it embedded into the wall as much as possible. Now we're going to walk our hand up just a fraction. Again, when you feel that bite, come off it slightly, walk it back down again. Again, take a nice, slow, controlled, deep breath in. Slow, controlled, deep breath out. And again, we walk once more. And if you're finding you're on your point at the moment and there's no chance it's going to go any further, don't rush it. Don't stretch it beyond what it needs to do. Hold that position. And you might find as well at this point that your chest starts to sag a little bit. So yeah, you're leaning forward. Try and get that pelvis to lean, to tilt forward. Lift up through your chest. Your lower back's going to drive forward slightly again. We're going to walk our hand once more up that wall. Oh, feel that big stretch again. And slowly releasing. Taking the pressure out the shoulder. And again, just take some movements here. So we're going to work through arm up forward, open up wide, and come back in again. Take the other hand to that shoulder just to give a bit of stabilizer and just get a bit of a massage out. Now again, as you do this, your pelvis is going to want to swing into this one. I want you to just bolster your hips here and just feel if you can open up the arm, open up the chest, bring it back in each time. One more here. Change arms. Again, support it through, round. If you do a lot of driving or a lot of hunch position or sitting and working on computers, this is a really great class for you. It helps to really work all the muscles of the shoulder and the chest. Relax in and out. Good. And shake it out and relax. So now grabbing your mat, I'd like to come down into a kneeling position. So from here, we're going to sit on the back of our heels. If you struggle in that position, just grab a pillow or a cushion, stick it underneath your bottom, and then just slowly sit down to your heels. So we're going to feel our big toe to little toe, knuckles down to the ground, chest lifted. We'll walk down into a press-up position. And then from here, we're just going to thread the needle. So we're going to take our left arm underneath our torso. Oh. Do a nice, big, deep, strong stretch. And using the strength of the other arm to stabilize. Take yourself back into a press up. We're going to take you into a cat-cow. So we're going to arch our back into our cat position. Lengthen, pushing our pelvis away through into our cow position, lifting our chin up, chest up. Bring yourself back into your arch, and then you're going to reach through again, the back of the knuckles down to the ground, feeling nice, big deep stretch through the shoulders. And now, spreading the fingers out wide. Your right arm, I want you to drop them flat to the floor, and then you're going to use your hand as a pillar. From here, you should be able to rotate a little bit further through your left shoulder. The palm of the hand is up to the ceiling. The fingers are webbed out nice and wide. Head is back. Working on some nice, slow, deep breaths in and out. Take this moment to close your eyes. Take a slow, deep breath in for 4. Slow, deep breath out for 4. And again, slow, deep breath in for 4. Slow, deep breath out for 4. Once more, let's go. Big deep breath in. Slow exhale. And release. Coming back out. Into the cat-cow position again. Arch your back up nice and high. Before tilting the pelvis back into your cow position. Lifting your chin up. And then relaxing. Let's swap it over. Let's do the other side. I'm going to further that arm through to thread the needle. Keeping the left hand flat to the floor. Kind of in a press-up position. Just to stabilize. And then slowly pushing yourself back up into your press-up position. Into your cat-cow again. Stretching through the back. Arching through into the cow position. And release it again. Let's reach that a little bit further. And like we did the last time, we're now going to form into our forearm onto the floor on the left side. We've got our extension of our right hand. The palm of the hand facing up to the ceiling. The shoulder rotated down. It's a slow, controlled movement. And again, you've got to take your body to where it needs to go. You might get to here and think, yep, that's too much. You might grab a yoga block or a pillow or a cushion underneath that shoulder just to give it some stability. From here, I like to web the fingers wider and reach a little bit further out to the side. And slowly reaching back through into the middle into our press-up position. Again, screech into the cat position. Fold through into the cow position, lifting the chin and chest up. And from there, relaxing, rolling to your back. Stretching the body out nice and tall and long. Taking a slow deep breath in for 4. Holding that breath and controlling the breath out. And relaxing there. From there, we're going to come back into our back bridge position. Bring our feet flat to the floor, fist gap apart, a little gap between the knees, feeling the tension in the glutes, the hips drive up nice and high. We're going to curl vertebrae by vertebrae of our spine down slowly to the ground. So a lot of stretching classes that try and look at the rotator cuff, trying to tend to ignore what's happening in the spine itself. This is a great way of finishing out. We're just going to curl up and reach up nice and high with the pelvis. Slowly breathing out, slowly arching one by one through that back, lowering yourself down to the ground again. One more here. Big strong lift up. Slowly curling through the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, lowering down to the ground. And releasing, stretching out as tall as you can, putting the toes away from the body. And release. Good work. From there, slowly taking yourself through into standing. Ooh. Shaking it out. From there, feet fist gap apart, hinge from the hips. Oh gosh, you can go a lot further now. It's amazing how by stretching up the shoulders, something else can release to allow the pelvis to change. And we get a change in our body. From there, circle the arms up wide, stretch high. Hinge again, drop down. Slowly back up and through. Tilt and swing the arms up. Controlled overhead. Slowly release and relax. Well done. If you did that live, do a hashtag live for me. If you did a replay, do a hashtag replay. Certainly a lot more range of movement through my shoulders and chest there. It's been a really, really beneficial class. I hope you enjoyed that training session. As always, if I can help, get in contact with me. Go from there as well. Well done. Really, really good stuff. Take care. Thanks very much. Any feedback, let me know. Grab your water, hydrate well. I'll see you next time for the next one. Cheers.